Yay. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Children's Author May Virtual Book Fair. I want to give an opportunity for everybody to be able to share in their groups and let everybody know that we are here. Yay! And let everybody know that. And I am pleased to have the opportunity to have all these authors on with me today. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for those of you who have already shared the broadcast and are involved. Oh my goodness, and have joined us this afternoon. So I said I was going to start at 12, and we here in the building and from all across the country. And so I am super excited to have everyone on. I'll try to jump back and forth so we can see the comments. If you have any comments or if you have any questions, please put them in the comments section. Thank you so much for sharing to your social media and letting people know. Now, one of the primary purposes of bringing these authors to you is that a lot of us, now, of course, parts of the country and parts of the world are now opening up, but your home libraries, I know, are wearing thin, and your babies have been reading the same books over and over and over again. So my objective is to introduce them to new books all the time. I spent 30 years as a librarian, 22 years in school libraries, and that was one of my jobs, is to introduce new books, new authors, new opportunities for readers to really enjoy the books that they were reading, or more of the genre that they like to read. So, you know, this is just a easy transition and carryover into my full-time life now of publisher, author, and coach. So I'm super excited. I'm Julia Royston of BK Royston Publishing, Royal Media and Publishing, and the author community, the Book Business Bosses. My job is to help you get your message to the masses, whatever that message is, and produce products and services surrounding that message. And of course, one of the number one ways in my world, in my life, is to produce a book and turn your words into wealth and make you and help to build you, your platform, into being a book business boss. So I am super excited. If you're interested in writing a book or being published, feel free to let's have a conversation at talkwithroyston.com. That's talkwithroyston.com. You can visit my website at bkroystonpublishing.com or juliaroyston.net. That is kind of my headquarters for my entire world. Thank you for following me on Facebook. The replay will be available on YouTube, as well as juliaroyston.net. Live your best life. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. We're going to kind of run in alphabetical order. So we're going to start. Let's go to the big Michigan. Let's go to the Michigan area with Miss Renee Bay. I want her to introduce herself, tell us where she's from, introduce her book, tell us a little bit about what that book is and how they can find you on social media, and if you have a website. Take it away, Renee.
Hello, everyone. First, I want to thank you, Julia, for this awesome opportunity. Again, I am author Renee J. Bay. I reside in Michigan. I am a financial analyst by day and an author by night. I have created the I Am Alphabet Coloring Book. This coloring book is filled with positive affirmations from A to Z. It includes captions to describe the meaning of the word, as well as a glossary to define the word. It was actually created because positive affirmations are very important part of a child's life. We need to stress the fact of being positive and sending out positive messages to our children and just young adults. It will help them overcome negative thoughts, help them build self-esteem. So I wanted to be a part of inspiring and encouraging the youth today. So if you're interested in purchasing this book, please visit my publishing website at unspokennowledge.com. The books are readily available to be shipped out. I will be signing all books that are purchased. The book price is $10. You may follow me on Facebook and Instagram at author Renee J. Bay. And please just stay tuned for any new updates that I may have. Again, thank you.
Give me the website one more time.
It is unspokennowledge.com.
Unspokennowledge.com. Awesome. And be sure and find Miss Renee Bay. Now, that's not B-A-Y, that's B-E-Y. And be sure and find her on social media and follow her. That book is available in paperback and hardback. So especially for libraries and for school libraries, that's a really important piece. For families in home, paperback is usually the most economical, but for libraries, and if you want to donate a copy of that book, because it's a wonderful affirmations book, you want to donate a copy, purchase and buy two, buy multiples of all of the books we're going to introduce today. Be sure and get the hardback, especially for libraries, and librarians greatly appreciate it. So Ms. Renee J. Bay, B-E-Y, look for that because I'm quite sure she will have more books coming out. I have envisioned that the children's book industry is going to continue to increase as we continue to be at home, etc. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
We're gonna head to not Philadelphia. Ms. Brown, where you live? I'm sorry. Ma'am?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. I knew I was going to the East Coast. I just didn't know, I just didn't know what part of the East Coast I was going to. I knew I was. New Jersey, New York, New Jersey. Okay, I got to remember that. Miss Avalon Brown, introduce yourself. Tell us about your book, dear.
Hi, yes, thank you for having me once again. The name of my book is Mommy, Why Do I Have a Cold? I wrote this book intentionally for the flu season because it teaches the children and makes them aware of cleaning their hand and why they might have gotten a cold, such as not putting on hats and coats and being around other children, covering their mouth. So there's a lot of nice pictures in the book. So that was my intention, not knowing that it would be right in the middle of the COVID season. Pandemic, because I am a registered nurse. I work in the field of infection control as an infection control preventionist. My book, you can find it on Amazon. Actually, if you put in my full name, Avalon Solette Brown, S-O-U-L-E-T-T-E, you can also see my other children's books as well as 2 other novels that I have. If you want to purchase it directly from me, you can go to my website, which is avalonsb.com, and purchase it. I will sign it and mail it out. I also have a website, avalonsbrown.com. Yes, the book comes in paperback and hardback also. And you can find me on Facebook under Avalon S. Brown, as well as Instagram under the same name, author Avalon S. Brown.
Fantastic. Author Avalon, that's A-V-A-L-O-N S. Brown. You can find her on Facebook and Instagram. Who knew? Who knew your book would be so timely? I'm like, oh my goodness, yes. Because I knew her when I saw the cover was wonderful, but I'm like, oh my goodness, the inside is definitely some things that we definitely need right now, and especially being able to get it first off from a licensed professional, licensed certified professional, and then we're able to get it on down in the language, because sometimes parents or adults, when I say they ask me a question, I'm like, I don't quite know what to say. Here's a book, that'll help explain it to you. But getting it onto a child's level is so critical. And all of the books that we're going to tell you about today, because it is just so critical at a young age that we get them for a love of reading. And now with this whole mass confusion, which we're all confused about, a confusion surrounding this virus. Ms. Brown, thank you so much for that book. It is a timely read, and hopefully it will help in so many areas. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so we're getting ready to get on a plane and take an international flight. We're going across the pond, as they say, and I guess we say too. We're headed to the UK. We're headed to London or the surrounding areas. I know there's so many areas in the vast UK, but I want Miss Heidi Bryant, who I met online and she's been a great help to me, but introduce herself, tell us where she's from. Now, you know that she's from the UK across the pond, and then tell us about her books.
Thank you so much, Julia, for inviting me. It's amazing to meet all these wonderful authors, and I'm really pleased that you've been able to organise this. Such a amazing thing for you guys to do. So thank you so much. So I'm the author of a series of books called Catnap Stories. The first book is called The Adventures of Vince the Cat, Vince Goes to Paris. Now, the purpose of my books is to inspire children to learn new languages, discover amazing places, and experience different cultures. So I have 3 books in the series. One is about Paris and introduces children to French. So the way the book works is you have French language subtly included in the story so that children don't feel as though they're learning. And then at the back of the book, a glossary and how to pronounce all of the French words that are included in the story. I wanted to do something slightly different after that, which was about creating a book about India. So it's all about the Golden Triangle. So it's an adventure story to discover what or where or who or how the Golden Triangle is. And then the third book is all about Seville. So it introduces children to the Spanish language. So it's really important for me to create stories that children can actually have fun reading. And then also parents and children can learn something as well together. So in order to, my books come in hardback, paperback and ebook format. You can find me on the website catnapstories.com or theadventuresofvincethecat.com. Both of them will take you to my website. My Facebook and Instagram are at catnapstories. And that's me, all the way from London. Hi, and it's raining, by the way.
See, I told you that sun was going to be rare. Okay, so I have to tell everybody, and I will continue to share, Heidi translates. So if you have ever thought about having, and she's done one book for me, and it's all there in the pieces, the documents she sent, all nice and neat and all organized. But Julia hasn't sat down enough to put her own book together. Okay, so I confess that. But if you want a book translated into, I guess, French and Spanish, because I wanted Spanish. But if you want French and Spanish, what other languages do you translate, Heidi?
French, German, Spanish.
French, German, and Spanish. Okay, if you want any of those 3 languages, I know I highly recommend at least Spanish as a major language for your book to be transcribed to. So if you're looking for transcription services, follow Heidi, and because some people have some different dialects and some different, you got slang and all that. I'm like, no, I'm not trying to do all of that. I want to know what it is. I don't really want to know what it is. I want it done right, and I want it done one way. So Heidi has done my Jackie's gift, and hopefully when I get around to it time, she'll transcribe some more for me. But I did want to make sure that authors are aware of that, because I find that all the time. I want my book transcribed into another language, and I just wanted to let you all know that Miss Heidi Bryant can do that. So reach out to her, follow her on Facebook and Instagram, on social media, and reach out to her, especially if you're an author interested in having your book transcribed. Yes, it is a fee-based service, so don't be hitting her up talking about you want to hook up. No, we're not hooking up. We paying real money, okay? So this is a service that she provides, and if you're a serious author interested in making an investment into another audience, because that's clearly what this is, making an investment into another audience to expose your story to another audience, please hit her up and reach out to her. Thank you so much, Heidi. I cannot wait to hopefully have this conference in London that I've been planning for the longest, and be able to sit down and have a cup of tea, or we can go to Harrods and have lunch, or, you know, all that good stuff. Stand and wave at the London Bridge. I don't know. We'll figure it out when I get over there. So I'm looking forward to it. Thank you so much. It is 5-hour time difference. So it's already evening for Heidi. So it's high noon over here, but it's already evening for Heidi. So thank you so much, Heidi. I appreciate you being with us. Yay!
Thank you.
All righty. Where are we going next? Let's go to Cincinnati. Let's go to Cincinnati with Miss Christy. Hi. Miss Christy, hi. Please introduce yourself and tell us about your book.
Hello, thank you, Julia, again for a great opportunity. Again, my name is Christy High. I reside in Cincinnati. I am a health educator. I'm employed at Cincinnati Children's Hospital as a care coordinator. I'm actually a co-author. My friend and I are doing a health series of different topics that aren't often talked about in our community. So we do have 2 books, but I'm going to talk about the most recent book today. It's called I'm No Different Than You. And the other co-author is Jamie Mahaffey. So this book kind of focuses on the mental and emotional component of dealing with the chronic illness that kids go through. So the main character, she has to go to a new school and she has to make new friends, and we're trying to bring awareness of sickle cell disease. So she has to deal with a little bullying and isolation, things like that. So it just mainly helps us help the kids get through things that they will inquire out in the world with people not understanding about these different chronic illnesses. Our books can be published on Amazon, of course, but we do have a website. It's Mahaffey High. That's MAHFEYHIGH.com. And there's a direct link on the website that goes to Amazon. Also, my social media, on Facebook, I'm Christy High. On Instagram is at I'm No Different Than You. And that site will also show you our other books as well.
Christy, hi. So glad to have you. Now, Christy is KRISTYHIGH, but her Christy starts with a K. So keep that in mind when you're looking for it, and looking for her. That is KRISTY High. So I'm so glad that you're with us today. And of course, your book is timely as well, with everything that's going on. And we used to have to, when I was still a teacher, we had to do those sort of things, like introduce new children. Okay, now you can't touch him right there, or he can't be around bees, and just all those kinds of things that, yes, this is his inhaler because he has asthma. He has trouble breathing. I mean, it's just always a good way to introduce children as well. Now, one of the things that I pointed out on Tuesday that I definitely want to point out today as well, for those of you who are interested in writing a children's book, that the covers are so important. The covers are so critical to purchasing, because most of the time parents are purchasing books that the child really wants or likes or wants to read. And if the cover does not attract the child or draw it to them, it doesn't, it won't sell. They'll just walk on by it and not look at it at all. I've had children, African American children, look at Heidi's books, and even though they don't necessarily quote unquote look exactly like them, they like the cat, they like the elephant, they like, oh, the Eiffel Tower, isn't that thing in Paris? Okay, they're attracted to something on the cover. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you cannot sell your book outside your ethnicity, even though, African American children are drawn to books that look like themselves. Realize that if you have an attractive cover, any child will want to read it and enjoy it. So that's kind of my big helpful hint of the day, to make sure that that if you're going to invest the time and the effort in doing a book, that you kind of take some tips from the people who've been doing it. And there's vast, as they say, witnesses on the panel today that have done it and really seen the advantages of it. Okay, so we're going to head to Texas. Let's go to Texas. And Ms. Valerie Johnson Reed is up next. I want her to tell us about her book. Can you unmute yourself?
Hi.
There you go.
Hello. All right. Good morning. Once again, my name is Valerie Johnson Reed, and I have my book, Through Micah's Eyes. And Through Micah's Eyes is basically the story about my son, Micah, who was 3 years old when my husband, his father, passed away. So I thought it was important to have a children's book about death and dying, because usually, I know for me, I did not have any really resources to share with my children. So I decided that it was very important for me to be that person to get the conversation going, because many times we don't talk about death and forced to. And a lot of times, even when we're forced to talk about it, it's not really, we really don't know what to say. So I felt like Through Micah's Eyes would the conversation for children and for adults to have with children about death and dying.
Awesome. Where can people purchase that book?
This book can be purchased on Amazon, as well as my website, which is strongtothefinishedmotivationals.com. And motivationals is spelled with the S at the end, motivationals. I do have it. You can follow me on Facebook at Strong to the Finish Motivationals, as well as my personal page, Valerie Johnson Reed. And on Facebook as well. On Instagram as well, Strong to the Finish. And on Twitter as well, Strong to the Finish 1.
Awesome. That is really critical for us to have a book that really talks about death and dying for younger ages. And the illustrations in that book are incredible as well, and very poignant and very vivid and very colorful as well. But it really puts through the child's eyes that whole entire process. Now, right through here, the children are not necessarily, well, we're all not attending funerals just because of the stipulations right now, but that will quite clearly give you an idea of what the child is looking at. Right. What you're seeing, but as the child is going through the situation, death and dying, that will really help with that situation. So if for your school, for your library, for your own collection, if you've experienced death and dying, and we've all have been touched in some type of way, we can just say all day long, Big Mama's gone to heaven, or Grammy's here, or whatever. But there's sometimes children need to be able to see another child like themselves going through something similar. So be sure and pick up all of these resources. Just get one of each. Just go get one of everything everybody has. But especially if you've experienced death and dying in your own family, please do that. Please reach out and do that. All righty, so we're going to switch coasts. We're going to head from Texas. I'm going in alphabetical order. So we're going to Dr. Denise Archer Smith, Maryland, DMV.
I'm in Maryland. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I thought I was right. In the DMV area. Introduce yourself. Tell us about what you do. And when I met this young woman and we had an interview, I felt really like I needed to go back to school. Like I I was like, woo! That is classes above my grade. I wasn't taking them. I wasn't doing what she's doing. So please introduce yourself, what you do, and tell us about your book.
Okay, sure. So I'm Denise Smith Archer, and I am born and raised in Maryland. So I hopped around a bit, but I made my way back here after having a child. And when I went away, I went to get my degree in civil engineering, and I hopped around a bit after that. But I came back, and I'm currently teaching 7th and 8th grade math. And I also work for a community engagement firm, which is based in Atlanta, called Hummingbird Firm. And I also have my own business, and that is Miracle by Daz. I actually started Miracle by Daz in the 7th or 8th grade, and it started off as an art company. So I did computer graphics, I did wall murals, and I did clothing. So I did fabric designs or clothing designs.
You can tell by the headgear. We can tell.
You can tell.
Yeah, the fashion is woo. Oh yeah.
All right, that's good. That's good.
I don't know when you sleep though, boo. I don't know when you're sleeping, but you know.
and so as my desires change, my interests change or morphs, I got more into engineering and education, and I wanted to still be able to use that my passion for art. So I look at myself now as an engineer, educator, and artist, and I've merged all of those three together to create the Black Gems in STEM workbook. So the Black Gems in STEM workbook is co-authored by me and my husband, who is also an engineer. And our mission is to essentially nurture and cultivate the next generation of engineers who are culturally responsible. So they use their backgrounds, and not just engineers, but all the STEM fields, science, technology, engineering, and math, and they use those to help address issues in their community. So the book is twofold. The purpose of the book is twofold. One is to expose students to Black people in the science, technology, engineering, and math fields, and to encourage them to pursue those. And the second purpose is to help strengthen students' academic skills. So reading, you see in this book, each section has a image of the person, a portrait, and then it has a reading passage, reading, writing, and math sections, and it has 2 activities at the end. So 10 sections, and each of those sections is composed of those components. And so the purpose is to get students thinking critically, but also making sure that they know, you're not just going out pursuing these jobs in STEM so you can get more money, but you're pursuing these so you can help your community, and that's what it's really about. So you can purchase Black Gems in STEM on Amazon, on Target's website, as well as Walmart, and it's also available at a brick and mortar store in Atlanta, and that's called thelisteningtree.com. I mentioned them because you can also purchase books online from them, and you can reach me at Miracle by Daz. That is MiraCleByDas, miraclebydaz.com. And I'm also on Facebook as Miracle by Daz, and on Instagram as Miracle by Daz. And if you want to reach out to me via email, miraclebydaz@gmail.com.
Thank you so much, Dr. Smith. Oh, she didn't tell y'all she had a PhD in engineering. She just said I have a degree in engineering. So don't sleep on Dr. Smith, okay? Don't sleep. Don't sleep. But and her husband does too. Like, ooh, all that knowledge in one house is just scary. But anyway, thank you so much and congratulations. Secondly, my second tip of the day, Miracle by Daz, she has branded her email, her website, even though it may not be branded her name, Miracle by Daz is consistent throughout her social media. So think about that. You don't want one thing. I'm chocolate woman over here, chocolate chick, and and over there you something else, and over there you name something else. Try when you move into that business space, into that really buying and selling in capitalistic space, that is consistent, because people do business from people they know, like, and trust. Okay, so if you switch up, oh yeah, too many times, oh, hello, yeah, we have an issue. Another thing, secondly, in regards to Dr. Smith's, as well as Renee Bays with the affirmations, and Tiffany Tichy as well, but with the STEM activities, Dr. Smith is really almost a teacher's guide. You can use Dr. Smith is just not fun reading, oh, we're finding out biographies about people. There are actually activities. So you can actually purchase a class set. Yes, I did say a class set. A class set for 4th and 5th grade, and actually go through, and that can actually do the activities inside the book itself. So turning the pages, actually writing inside. So it's full interactive book as well. So really think about that, especially homeschooling parents who like, I don't know this whole STEM thing. I don't know what that looks like. That is a really interactive book that really takes you on both sides. And really, when you're teaching something for the first time, you really need something that's already made, already, packaged and ready to go, as opposed to you having to think up something. Even the most experienced teacher appreciates and loves something already packaged. Take it from a vet. I know. I'm like, oh, it's already done. Oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you so much, Dr. Smith. All right, so I'm headed back to Texas. Let's go back to Texas. Let's go back get on the plane and head back to Houston. Miss Sylvia Smith, take it away, darling.
Okay.
Did I say Sylvia? I'm so sorry. Celia, I'm so sorry. Did I call you Sylvia? I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm
Julia,
sorry. Did I say Sylvia?
My family. It's okay. But hi, everybody. So my name is Cecilia Smith. I'm artistically known as Seal, S-I-L, just to lessen the complication in pronunciation. I am a 7th grade English teacher. I'm also a co-founder of S2S Press Writing Services with LaShawna Brown, and creator of No Sis, No Suffering in Silence. But I'm here to talk about my experience as an author. And honestly, I never saw myself being a children's book writer. I've tapped into poetry and self-help genre, but never children's. But what I figured was, in order for us to understand who we are today, we need to go back to the beginning to see where did that trauma start from, where is that healing needed, because there's so many adults walking around today that have not healed their inner child. So that's where Dear King has come to play. So this is Dear King. Dear King is very unique because it says, again, Dear King, but it is, you see this beautiful chocolate black girl on the front cover, and I wanted that to be intentional. I think we need to do, of course, a better job as a collective to honor one another, from black girl to black boy, black man to black woman. So Dear King is an open letter from a black girl that already recognizes her greatness. She shares with him the struggles that she's faced, being a dark-skinned child, someone with kinky hair. It's not straight, it's not extremely long, but she's judged based off of what she looks like and not what's inside. And so he's struggling with his identity as a black boy, but she lets him know, hey, you have greatness inside of you. You have to shred that disbelief, that doubt. Like, you have to step into your purpose. You don't have to be an athlete, but it's great if you want to. Like, you can be whatever it is that you want to be. And Dear King is unique because it's not only the story, but it also has reflection questions and an affirmation journal as well in the end. So I tried to make this a great experience. I always try to push healing and conversation with no matter what genre I'm writing in. So Dear King is my baby, and Dear Queen will be coming up soon.
Yes. Do me a favor, turn it on the back. I want them to see the back.
Oh, the back cover. So I hand-selected quotes by some amazing, amazing Black people, from Barack Obama to J. Cole to Muhammad Ali. So I wanted, again, it to be an experience from cover to cover. They have that affirmation and that positivity daily. So yeah. Oh, you can reach me. Yes, you can reach me at all things Seal the Writer. So Seal, SIL, thewriter.com is my website. And Seal the Writer on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And it is available in paperback and hardback because all the hardbacks are already gone. All the hardbacks I had are all gone. Because the schools where I was, they love having the hardbacks because they do last a little bit longer. So that's my tip number 3. If you have the opportunity to have your book in hardback, please do so and convert it to hardback if you don't have it done so as now. So Cecilia, we're gonna have to get together because I've got to figure out, because that's the first time you mentioned what the other organization, the HEAL, to say that one more time.
Oh, no, sis. So No Suffering in Silence, I actually created it after the passing of my mom. So that's a new initiative that I have going here in Houston. So yes, we can definitely talk.
Oh, yeah, we need to talk about that. No Suffering in Silence. Okay. Well, I'll have to reach out to you because I'm doing in 2 months. It's telling our stories, stories of love, or what. I haven't even finished the topic of it, but these are people who have experienced. I probably need to have you, Valerie, too, as well, because these are people who have experienced loss. So I don't know why that month, but I just do what he says. Okay.
Yes.
And
yes.
We'll have to. I'll reach out to you, ladies, as well. So thank you so much, Seal the Writer. SILthewriter.com. Reach out to her. It's a beautiful book, and of course the girls love it because it's pink on the front. The guys are like, well, why would you be talking about me? And it's got pink on the cover. But anyway, I know the queen, dear queen, is gonna look totally different, so that's all right. I look forward to Dear King being out as well. All righty, we're headed to last but not least, Miss Wonderful Tiffany Tichy. Introduce yourself, love. Tell us where you're from and tell us about that wonderful book of yours.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tiffany Tichy, and I am the author of What Can I Be? STEM Careers from A to Z. And I have a background in engineering. I'm a senior mechanical engineer. And so I felt it was an opportunity. I'm always going out talking to the kids and paying it forward and telling them what they can be, and representation matters. So I created the book. It's from 5 to 8-year-olds, K through 2, because I feel like 3rd grade is that prime time when they start making that decision about what's going to happen with that kid. So I said, let me start early on. And so that's why I created the book. And so it's got 6 diverse kids. I call them the STEM crew kids. And they all represent from A to Z, all different STEM careers. Starting from A is astronaut, all the way to Z is zoologist. And so it shows a diverse group of kids. Some of them are working together, some of them are by themselves, but I didn't want to do just all engineering. I was started to, but I said, no, let's expose them to all the different ones. And it's not just your standard type of careers, STEM careers. Yes, I have doctor, but I couldn't put doctor and dentist together. So I came up with orthodontist, pediatrician, and then also tying in the robotics engineering to ranging from, like I said, it's tied in from the math part, statistician. So it's different careers that they might have not thought about. And so it just exposes them earlier on to the different careers they could be, and starts that questioning attitude as far as the problem solving that was mentioned from Dr. Smith. So definitely this is a great opportunity for kids to start early. So it's called What Can I Be? STEM Careers from A to Z. And you can find it on my website, Tiffany Tichy, TIFFANI, TEACHEY.com. And it's also available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and we'll put the plug in. It was #1 bestseller on Amazon for STEM education. Yeah. And so, yeah, and I found that out on Christmas Day. Like I said, my goal was to print it, to get it out before Christmas. And on Christmas Day, I got that great news of it. So definitely consider What Can I Be? STEM Careers from A to Z. It's a great starting point for kids. And it's also social media, Tiffany Tichy, from Instagram to Twitter, and then Tiffany Tichy author on Facebook. Thank you.
Awesome. You're welcome. Okay, so now I have giving you a whole collection, a vast collection of books to add to your home libraries, your school libraries, and the public libraries whenever they open back up, because I believe that you need to just purchase one of each or multiples and give them away as gifts as well. So thank you, ladies, so much for every one being here, taking time out of your schedule to be here as well. And I really, really appreciate your investment, not only of time, but investment that you've made in these books to be very high quality. The insides are wonderful, and I'm just super excited about the sky is the limit. So reach out to us. If you, after this broadcast is over, you say, what is her name? You remember the book that was about a cold? And you know, the other book that had the little boy on the front with the funeral, I mean, he died. Just reach out to me. I'll connect you with these authors so that you can buy multiple copies, classroom sets, and etc. And I really, I seriously mean that, because I feel like that is really important, and that schools really invest in that. And I've made the investment of bringing these authors to you twice in 1 week, so that you'll have an opportunity to meet them and know these books up front. You know, a lot of people say, I don't know the new books that are out there. I don't know what else is out there. And the self-published, and if it's not on a library journal, I don't know about it. Well, I'm gonna bring you them. I'm gonna make sure that you know about it. And I'm gonna make sure that you know people and you're able to make an investment so that you can expose your child to new books, new ideas. And now me as a child, I love books. We spent our hours in the public library, and each one of me and my two sisters, we both had the little baggies full of the books, the grocery bag full of books, and my mother had her arm loaded. And so that was an intricate part of our lives, because my dad was a teacher. So that's, you know, it's just a major transition for me. But reading has just been a part of my life and transcends everything. So I really highly suggest that you purchase from all these ladies. Yep, I'm gonna stay right here a minute so you can get their names again and see their faces and take a picture and realize their books and see them one more time. Also, just as a way of announcement, next month, June 15th and June 20th, I have an all-male authors book fair. All men. I have currently signed up 17 men. Did I say 17? 17 gentlemen who've written books. Woo-hoo! So don't tell me men don't read. Hello, people. I found 17 men who write. Hello. So I'm excited about that, especially with Father's Day coming up. And I really wanted to spotlight the gentleman in, I grew up with a strong father. He's been passed away now 10 years. So I know about having strong male role models and how important they are in your lives. You know how to reach out to me. I'm Julia Royston on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and TikTok. Lord, I don't know what I'm doing over there. But anyway, on TikTok too. So bringing you and helping you get your message to the masses, turn your words into wealth, and be a book business boss. Let me check one more time before I let you ladies go. Anybody have any questions? Any issues? Oh my goodness. I think everybody's excited. We've already had multiple shares. We've had 10 shares. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All the comments, we appreciate it. And I know there'll be even more. If you have any questions, any problems, always reach out to me if you're interested in any of these authors that you just saw a few minutes of and you just caught it. The replay will be on my YouTube channel, and we'll be sharing that, as well as to my email list. And I'll be sending the links to these authors, and they'll be sharing them to their email list as well. So I'm super excited of all what's happening this year and in our lives. And have a great Saturday. Bye-bye.